3, 2,
Run.
is it? Almost. What's this?
Still near.
There we are! We're here! We're live! Welcome back, guys.
Hi.
Welcome
So
back.
we're
Or
gonna
welcome.
be teaching you how
Wait. We're not ready yet. We gotta let the people, we gotta make sure that people are here. I don't know if we have to shrink this a little bit to make sure. Let's see. All right, now we're gonna work through all of our technical. I can't see the chat. There we go. All right. Here we go. Hi, y'all. Welcome to this Sunday's Cook-Up. I'm Arias, also known as Izzy Crocker, and these are my two. We have a special guest. You're gonna have to wash your hands with soap. Go ahead. Lily wants to do an intro. So this is Lily. She's my sous chef. She joined us last week. She's great help. So she's gonna tell us what we're doing today.
Okay. Hi, we're gonna be teaching you how to make a banana chocolate chip cake and the whole snapper. And I will teach you that. And say hi to Isis and Liam. Bye bye.
And this is Liam. Liam, you want to say hi? Yes. Liam has refused to nap because Liam is 2, and Liam is very forceful about what he wants to do. So Liam will be joining us in the kitchen because Liam also likes to help, and we both have clean hands, we all have clean hands, right? Soap, Lily, please. So we're gonna make this cake, and we're starting with the cake as opposed to the fish because fish is a little bit faster. There goes my phone. In the sink. Okay. Here's how we started today. We're gonna start with the cake so that the cake can go in the oven while we do the snapper, and then we're going to do our frosting after that. And we have rolls, so we've assigned rolls. So Lily's gonna be doing some wet ingredients. Please dry your hands. Please dry your hands. Thank you. I put this here so you can dry easy. We're gonna do cake, and then we'll pull the snapper stuff over here. If you guys are following along, we are working off of Ina Garten's banana cake recipe, but I like to read a lot of different recipes and then just sort of freak them and mix them up a little bit. So we've got some things that we're keeping. What do you need? So if you want to follow along, Ina Garten's banana cake, and the snapper is sort of just like a mix-up of whatever we have in the house because I have not gone to the store, and I was not going to the store, not even for this. So let's start. Hopefully you guys can see us. We're gonna try and adjust cameras as needed, but we're gonna start with our dry ingredients, and we're following the recipe. Yes, we're so excited about today. We're following our general recipe, like I said, just so that we can have our measurements. And really for baking, I like to follow recipes simply because of measurements, especially as it becomes to, no. I don't know. Why not what? No. We like following it for baking soda needs, really, and how long to cook something, so that's it. Why not what? Why not what? Why not what? I don't understand. I don't know how to turn my lock off of my iPad. So anyway, we're gonna go with this. So we've got 2 cups of flour, and we're gonna stop. What's happening? Okay. So so Lily's gonna peel some old bananas. So we're out of bananas. She's on wet ingredients. So she's gonna peel bananas. She's gonna crack eggs. These eggs are room temperature. We've got. Wait a minute. And then we're gonna set up our mixer, and we're gonna try and let you guys see what's going on in the mixer. Liam is gonna do flour, which pray for us.
Which is
might get a little
messy.
but we're gonna let him shake so he can sift, because we are sifting flour and baking soda and a little bit of salt. You can't say ew. Put it in the bowl. All right, Lily's not really a fan of bananas, so the fact that we're making banana cake is kind of fun. Just do that. They're brown, and doesn't mean that they're bad or rotten. It just means that they're there. Yes, and Liam loves bananas, so we've got lots and lots of bananas. But one of the things that we've learned during this time is that nothing goes to waste. So we are not letting anything go to waste. And so these bananas are getting used, and we've had lots of banana bread and lots of banana nut muffins, and now we're gonna do cake.
Cake.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Yes, we're ready. Okay. We're gonna take
This is a mushy banana. Yeah.
Yes. Wait.
This is a mushy banana.
It is a mushy banana. So we let them get, once they get sort of spotted, I just throw them in the fridge, just so that they don't go all the way back. Just put it in the bowl. You want the trash bin?
The what?
The trash, the green trash. So there's a trick about measuring flour, where you can just use a knife and like cut your measuring cup, so that if you're just putting it in the bag, you can make it nice and even. So now that it's out, it's flat. Liam's gonna put this inside. Okay, right on top.
I hope everybody's doing well in this time.
That's a very nice statement.
Ah!
Wait. No. Wait, you gotta wait. Just wait. It's flour. I know, we're gonna do it right now. Just wait 2 seconds.
He said it's flour right now?
No. This is the best part of the weekend, yeah. No, just wait. We're not gonna pour. You're gonna shake it. I'm gonna show
Is
you.
this a fork? Now can I mash up?
I don't know if we're mashing, but we're gonna put them in the blender, in the bowl for the mixer. All right, so Liam's gonna do flour.
I'm gonna crack the eggs now.
Okay, you can crack the eggs. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, let me take that.
So it's like a 1/4 teaspoon of salt.
Cheers.
Little salt. And 1 teaspoon. Which one? A teaspoon baking soda. Here, I'm gonna give you this one.
Where's the bin of garbage?
Hold on. Here, this one. Put it inside. There you go. Sometimes our aim is not always the best, so don't touch anything. Yeah. We've got a neat little trash bin. This is just our bowl to keep things easy, so we can throw all the trash in. If you're composting, it makes it super easy to keep the stuff.
Mommy.
All right. So sifting time.
Yeah. Like that.
No, here, look what you're gonna do. You're gonna shake. Okay, let's shake. Shake. Whoa! It's everywhere. Shake. We're in a Prince mood too. I don't know if you guys can hear the music in the background, but we got a little bit of noise. All done.
Yeah.
So now we have our dry ingredients. No more. That's it. Dry ingredients are done.
Now put this in
And
here.
then we're going to set up. Wait. Liam's gonna help you put all this stuff in there while you measure it. We're gonna measure some sugar and some brown sugar, and we can put that in this bowl. So I'm gonna put our dry stuff off to the side. Can you get the bowl? And we're gonna try and play some teamwork. Doing our wet ingredients. I can put the camera further. No, Steph, if you're free, you can call. We can dial Steph in now.
Mommy.
And the STEM TV crew is on the chat as well. So if you guys have questions about why we're doing this, we are supporting. Yes, we're supporting the United Nations COVID Relief Fund. So, and it seems that Daddy's on break, so we're going to be able to call him in. Yes. Okay. No, we're not mashing. Well, you want to mash? Yeah, let him mash. We might as well mash. No. You measure.
No, me mash.
No. You measure. Let him mash. Okay. So Liam's going to mash some bananas.
Here go.
Okay. Eggs. So in this bowl, we're going to put the bananas, the eggs, some sugar. So we have 3/4 of the white sugar, which Lily is learned how to measure. So it's 3 of these 1/4 cups. 3 of these. And then 1/2 cup of the brown sugar. 3 of those. And then 1 of these for this. And that's all going to go in here with oil. Oh wait, we have to mix. Oh, look. See? Follow the bananas and the sugar first. So let's pour these eggs back out. Where did the egg go?
Big.
Don't care what.
Big.
We watched the Grammys print special last night, so we're on a print kick today. Ooh,
Daddy!
is there Daddy? Where is he? I don't see him. Daddy there?
Where?
We don't see you yet on our end, so this is exciting. writing. So this is the
With
file.
Grandpa.
He's
Hi,
your
Grandpa.
husband.
He's there.
Well, he's my husband,
Hi.
Daddy.
Yeah.
3 of these.
3 of these.
3 of these. So 3/4. So 3 of those.
Can you eat it?
Okay. So you guys can see Liam is mashing bananas. And Lily is putting sugar because it's going to be bananas and sugar first. And then it'll be oil and eggs. And we've got some sour cream, some vanilla.
The sour
And I love Angelina, but I'm leaving out the orange zest. Look, you're not supposed to stab it. Look, like this. Mush like that.
No, like that.
Yes, like that.
Like that.
Yes, like that. Steph, how's it going over there?
It's okay.
Quiet day?
Not so much.
No, it's not quiet.
Daddy?
Yeah, Daddy's at work.
Hi, Liam. Hi, Lily.
Hi.
I love your hair tie.
Daddy, what are you doing? Liam wants to know what you're doing.
I'm
Is that
working.
Yeah, this is my favorite.
Hmm?
You got it. You got it. All right. So
Liam, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Ooh.
Oh,
All right. Move this up.
Oh, you're mashing bananas?
yeah.
Nice.
Tell Daddy what we're making.
We are making a whole snapper and a banana chocolate cake.
That sounds delicious.
Yummy, yummy. When you come home, you're gonna eat it. You're
Okay.
gonna eat hot fish.
Sounds good.
Here. You're gonna fill this up. This is a 1/2 cup brown sugar.
1.
No, this is a 1/3 cup. Sorry. This is your 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup.
How many of these?
One of those. And then Liam, we're gonna need
Banana.
Really? You're making all of that by yourself, Liam?
Yeah.
How's everybody doing who's joining? I can't, listen, we've got 18 people in here. How's everybody doing? How are you guys hanging in there? Everybody having fun? I don't know if anybody's doing this with us, but you can just keep notes for later and maybe inspire you when you have old bananas to make something other than banana bread.
Gentle, Liam, gentle.
I like to just put it
Gentle.
All right, do it on here. Do it on here. Let's give you some room. Oh, very good. Is it all done? It's ready? All right, cool. Let's dump those bananas. Liam has jabbed at them with a fork.
Daddy!
They don't really need to be super mashed.
Let me do it.
You can do it. You can do it. Okay. Here, use the fork. Use the fork. Put it inside. Good job. That's cool. There we go. All right.
Hi, Yas. Hi, Alma.
Good job.
I need a little
And once the sugars are in, I'm gonna mush these around. We've got a new camera view for you guys to see what happens in the mixer. So we're gonna try and set that up. Give us.
Yeah!
We appreciate your patience.
Why is that boy so loud?
Yummy, yummy.
Yummy, yummy. It's gonna be so good. I really should put my glasses on so that I can see what's being chatted.
Have a glass.
Stand mixers are amazing. That's what we do anything, especially
What?
baking things.
Daddy! Smoothies?
No, we don't do smoothies in the stand mixer, but we bake a lot of things in the stand mixer. How's everybody's week been going? I feel like
Mommy, why
it's been
don't you
like
just do
week
the
over
little
week has been a little
Why don't you
regular.
just do that and then...
You can do it that way. It just takes a little bit longer, but we've got time, so you can do it that way if you'd like. We're gonna pack this brown sugar.
Thank you, Gideon. That is Gideon, right? That's his Instagram screen name, so I'm assuming it's the same on here.
Can you throw that out in the garbage? That's garbage. Can you throw that out? Can you please go throw it out?
No.
Please. Can you put it in recycling?
Can I have a little bit? Can I have this piece out?
No, you're not eating it. We're putting it in. All right, I'm gonna set up the stand mixer now.
Yeah!
I'm dying to see this new view.
Wait,
You're just gonna be on the box.
Oh, okay.
Behind the
Well, not
scenes
like,
is
not like
the camera's on a cake stand,
I
and then we're gonna put the camera on a box on a cake stand, and we think that that should work for everybody.
Oh.
No, we're not eating it. Here, put it inside. Put it inside. Put it inside. No, the answer is it's a lot of negotiation that happens when cooking with children. So for those of you who are not used to having kids in your life, welcome to a real glimpse of ours.
Mommy.
Yes, Mom.
Did you do you put cinnamon from Cinnamon Tree Forest in there?
We're not putting cinnamon in the cake. We're gonna put some vanilla in it. Mix the attachment. We're using a paddle attachment because I don't want to spice it because there's chocolate and then the frosting is going to be cream cheese frosting. There's a lot of flavors going on already. This is the thing we're going to put on here.
That's the camera?
That's to help control this. So as long as it's not too
I'll lock and you do the numbers.
Okay, wait. Let's change the view. Let's see if we can do this.
It's about to happen.
Wait. Okay. Wait, guys. Wait. Just wait a second.
It's children.
Down.
There's a little bit of lag on our end, so I can't exactly see. Oh, here. Let's move this.
Oh.
We tested this earlier and we thought that it would work. So if it doesn't, we'll just stop the show.
Liam, be nice to your sister.
Okay. Ready? All right. Liam is here. Okay.
How is this not skipping?
No, because we have to unlock it. That's why. All right.
Can I give me the eggs?
All right. We're gonna put this on just a little bit, not a lot. And
You mean like on low?
Yeah, it's just on
As
stir.
opposed to high?
And then we'll stop it and we'll add in our eggs, which we've already cracked. And Lily, you gotta measure your oil. So you need and your vanilla.
Children are not the worst thing in the world. Beware of the rhinoceroses. What is this? Is it mixer?
I don't know. Steph,
It's
how
a
are you
mixer.
feeling about this? Can you see what's going on in there?
Yeah,
Okay.
kinda.
Kind of. All right. Let's see. Is that any better?
Can you put it like closer and more at a 90-degree angle? Okay, that's a little better.
Maybe. Okay.
I'm looking, buddy. I'm looking.
All right.
You don't have to yell at me.
And we can just show.
Can we taste it?
No, we're not going to taste test.
Please.
No, we're not going to taste test.
But the eggs aren't even in it.
I know.
Okay.
So just to show
Yeah.
what's going on in there.
Yeah.
There's bananas and sugar. They're all gooey and caramelized. And now we're going to put more stuff in it. Liz, are you ready with your wet ingredients? You got to get all your stuff.
Yummy.
So we're going to add oil, egg, sour cream, and vanilla. Liam, you get to add some vanilla.
No, you said me with.
I know, but you're not ready. And you got to be oil.
Where's my vegetable oil?
Half a cup.
Where's my vegetable? Where's my half
You
cup?
can use 2 of these. And put them in the cup.
What music are you guys listening to?
What cup? Which cup? What cup?
2 of those.
Is anybody listening to me?
And
Did
where?
anybody listening to you? Sorry, we didn't hear you. What did you say?
Ask what music are you guys listening to?
Prince. We're in Prince Kid.
Oh. You said Prince?
Yeah.
Oh, tell everybody about the what Lily said last night that showed how young she is. So we were watching the Prince tribute last night, and Moore's Day and the Time came on, and they dance. So I was dancing along with them. And later on in the show, we mentioned to Lily, we were like, oh, yeah, I learned that because I saw it in Purple Rain. And Lily does like listening to the Purple Rain album, thanks to her kindergarten teacher. And she was like, Purple Rain was a movie? And I just thought it was the cutest thing in the world. I'm telling a story.
Huh? Okay.
Story time. All right, Lily's ready.
My fingers.
She's got her wet
Wow.
stuff. Right, I think. Are we almost ready? We're gonna use that to take this out.
Have you rinsed your hands once?
Yes, I've been rinsing my hands, girl.
Let me.
I'm gonna clear some of this stuff out your way. And then how many chocolate chips do you think you should use?
A
whole cup?
15.
15.
Yes,
Just
15.
like dump a whole bunch in there.
Where is
I don't
my
measure
step
a lot of
stool?
other things. Like I
Where is my step stool?
said, it's over here.
Can anybody confirm that there's a massive shortage of flour and yeast due to all of the baking that's going on at home?
Let me see.
There's definitely a shortage of
Let me
people
see.
having a hard time finding flour.
Let me.
Hillary said she couldn't find
Who's
baking powder. So. All right, Liam, pour the eggs in, please. You're gonna put this in. No, let go. Liam, let go. Please pour this inside. 2 hands. There you go. That's great pouring. Thank you. All right.
Good, got it.
All right. Lily, use this spoon and get your sour cream in there. I'm gonna put stuff in the sink, and we can wash as we go. So we got a 1/2 cup of sour cream. We got a 1/2 cup of oil. Ooh. Here, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Here, pour it in. 2 hands.
$7 for eggs?
Where is that? At the bodega. Those are
Can I send a message and say I love the girl?
we can just stop so people can apply to us.
Daddy.
Here, Liam, let's wipe hands, please. Liam got oil all over his hands because he almost spilled all the oil. That's a lot of banging. Can you just put it all in? All right, we're gonna turn it back on. We got
Man, it's still tough to find toilet paper, huh?
toilet paper rolls, man. How did you get the toilet paper?
I got lucky and my boy Lonnie sent me a website called nowinstock.net or something like that. And you sign up, and they also have a bunch of Chrome extensions. So as soon as they become available, you get pinged and you can add it to your cart before it sells out. Yeah, that just worked out.
You guys are gonna eat all the chocolate chips before they even go. No, you can't just eat one. All right, so you're not expecting one. All right, let's get this mix on. Liam, ready? I'm gonna try and show this again. And if the showing doesn't work, we'll just not. But we'll try.
I know what you can do.
That's a great idea. Local bakeries selling flour in bulk.
Can
Mm.
I do it fast?
No, it's not too fast.
Going to Target first thing in the morning. Okay. So, did you take my advice from last week and actually do this in advance? So, you can just turn around and pull one out of the oven that's already prepared?
We just talked about a shortage. We don't have all the ingredients to be making this twice. No. We're gonna put this in first. And then Lily, we gotta get the pan greased. So you're gonna get the pan greased with some oil in the meantime.
Well, Christy, do you see my mustache?
With me, Lily? Yeah.
Oh, Grandpa's coming for them. For Leo. All right, we're gonna put this flour in. I feel like this view is not working for me. Maybe it's working for y'all. Sorry, it's not any better. Here, let's try it. Push this over.
Come on, I'll bring it to you. Come here.
Okay, out. All right, here, take one with you. Say bye, everybody. Say enough time. Say see you later.
See you later, buddy.
Meltdown. Nap time. All right, he's not so happy about that one. Oh, watch the meltdown. He'll come back for cake.
Who cut off my head?
Your head is there. All right, so we're just gonna add some flour in here. Let's pour this in, just till it's combined. And just put it on. You don't want to over mix. That's the one thing about baking stuff. As soon as it's combined, we're pulling it out.
Why? I mean, what's wrong with over mixing?
Because then you have tough cake or cookies or whatever. So.
Okay.
You want to get all the extra. So, if you guys can see, and we're going to use just a spatula to get the rest in here. Usually you got to pull down the bowl to make sure you get all your stuff in, but we've got chocolate chips to add in, so we can fold the rest in. All right, Lily?
Delicious.
Chocolate chip! You know what it means to fold in, Lily?
Chocolate chips.
So we're gonna go around the
Okay,
edge.
mine.
Wait, are you paying attention?
Yes.
To learn everybody.
Can I do it now?
You said you would teach people, but you got to learn how to do it.
Can I do it
So
now?
we're gonna go from the bottom and around, and we're not gonna do this too much. We're just gonna mix it.
Can I do it now?
All right, Lily's gonna come and take it over. Here, move over. Okay. And you know what? Let's move this view down. Well, here. All right, she's saying bottom around, but it's really to hit the bottom and bring it to the top so that everything gets all good. All right, that's it. Once it's in, that's it. I feel like we need more chocolate chips, but
Yes.
that was the rest of the summer sweet. So,
Huh? Yes.
all right, so here's your cake batter.
Taste test.
No, we're not gonna taste test. Lily loves taste testing. I'll give you the spatula when we're done. What's our next job? What do we have to do next?
Next we have to oil the pan.
All right, so
This
let's.
is just Savannah.
Where's the oil?
While I shift to get the oils here, paper towels here. Let's move this stuff out the way and in the sink. And let's get the pan. Move over there, please.
Be right back, friends.
Yep, we're just transitioning stuff you can keep people entertained while we get our next step rolling. Love this kitchen. It is heavy. All right, off the box. Sorry for the shakes, y'all. No, don't pour, baby. Don't pour. Look, just do this. Look, just do this. Yeah. Ready? So we gotta grease the pan, and what we're doing is we're gonna grease the pan, but we're still gonna put parchment paper under it for two reasons: to protect the pan. Bring it over here so that people can see. Bring it over here. Wait, let me wipe it down. Protect the pan because people like to just cut into sheet pans. But also, if you are removing this cake from the pan to let it cool, it makes it way easier, and it makes for a nice little display situation. And I'm just wiping the counter down because we've got lots of flour and sugar and vanilla and oil, everything that got spilled in the making of. So I'm going to try and keep it clean.
I'm done.
You're done?
Yes, I'm done oiling the pan.
Okay.
I'm done oiling the pan.
All right, you
Get all
gotta
the
get
grease
all the
off.
sides, and then we're gonna get the parchment paper and we're gonna cut some parchment. Like, I'm not pouring enough over.
I need more oil.
Did Steph leave? Steph, where you at? Oh, I guess maybe Daddy got called. No, Christy, we're not making cookies. We're making banana cake. But cookies are always a good look. So maybe we'll have you guess when we can do cookies. What is going on with this screen? Is that weird?
I'm literally scared. staring at a
Yeah,
screen.
Do you want to tell people a story about your week?
No,
No. Remember we tried to
I
predict
did
how far
not
this needed to go?
like my weekend.
Really? You didn't like your weekend?
I didn't
Why
like
is
my
that?
week.
What was wrong with your week?
I don't know.
Yeah. Watch out. Here's parchment paper. I just sort of loosely measure, but there's ways you could do this. If you just wanted to get the bottom part, you could just put your hand on it, trace it, stencil it, but we're gonna cut it so that I've got some edge. And parchment paper now has these nifty cut lines.
Can I have the spatula?
No, you gotta wait.
I love having a spatula.
Watch out. Oh, Steph said be right back. I missed that. Watch out, baby. Lily.
Yeah.
You got me. Girl, move over. Where the scissors go? Okay. So, parchment paper. And you can watch other professionals do this in a much better fashion, but I sort of just smush it in, and then I'll cut edges so that I can fix the edges. But we've also preheated the oven, guys, so if you actually are planning to do any of this stuff later,
Wait, did you
oven's at 350.
So how can we watch this ourselves?
Not really.
So we can, but not you.
I don't know if it's recording. I think we're just doing this live. So
No, make it alive and then make it record.
I don't know how to make it record.
Make it alive and then make it
I'm not
record.
really the most tech savvy person.
Make it record. Nice.
What did you learn today in school or this week? Ooh, tell them about your tree project.
I made this amazing tree that had this bird nest in it. And I let it into the cabinet so my eggs don't fall out. And the nest is actually a ball covered with paper and sticks. Well, the paper is covered with sticks. And I colored the paper green. Somebody cut it out. It's not me. And I glued it on. And I collected grass on the bottom of my cardboard tree thing. And then I built some benches and real branches with leaves. And I stuck them on the, what is it called? Fake branches.
So all of the teachers have been giving their projects via Google Classroom, for our school at least. And so we end up with these really amazing projects. Is that for art or science? Whose class was that? Science?
Thomas Ellie.
It's Thomas Ellie. Okay.
And if anybody's in PS11, tell us in the
We're
comments.
not supposed to. Okay, we're gonna learn about social media safety later. All right, so parchment paper's in here. We're just gonna pour this in. We're gonna throw it in the oven, and then we're gonna start talking about snapper, which will be lots of fun. Because this can go. Stop mixing. We just talked about not over mixing. This is listen. Hopefully yours comes out great, but if mine comes out a little less than great, we are very forgiving in this house. Because I'm sure
Can I
it
have
will
the
still taste
spatula yet?
delicious. Can you?
What I miss?
Yeah, can I?
No, you can't. I'm still using it.
When you're using it?
I'll think about it. I've been really like taste testing with eggs these days. I don't know. Y'all tell me. I know back in the day we used to just lick the spoon, and I do still kind of let some, but what are your thoughts? Pasteurization of eggs and food processing and stuff. Is anyone else like spatula tasting averse?
Don't you get salmonella if you do that?
See, that's the thing. But like, did you ever care about salmonella when you were a kid?
Yes.
No.
Did our parents just not know about it? Was it not as prevalent?
Nah, that's why we catching coronavirus though.
In a hospital. Or do you not go to the hospital for salmonella?
Salmonella. What's a salmonella?
Say salmonella 10 times, 3 times, really, really fast.
Salmonella.
7-Eleven? 7-Eleven? All right, look, we've got this beautiful cake. Now, Ina's recipe has 2 9-inch rounds, but sheet pans are easy for us. and we like things easy. All right. So it's going in the sink. Steph, you're back, but we can't see you. What's going on? Can y'all see him? All right, cake, y'all. And I try to cut off more of the edge, just in case you don't want it to burn in the oven, just in case. Like parchment paper is obviously made to bake, but we've definitely had incidents where something was on the top row and hit the broiler. So now I try to keep it as low as possible. Is it good, Billy? Is it good?
Yeah. If it was bad, why would it?
Steph, you and Ellen did it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. Lily? Becca? No. Wash your hands. Caking. And
Is Arlene still there?
Huh?
Arlene, is she still here?
Miss Tamara says hi. We're gonna bake this for, it says 45 to 50 minutes. So Lily, we're gonna set it for 45 and then test it then. No. The answer is no. I feel like I have to lean down and fix this camera, so I gotta figure out how to fix it. We're gonna be back with that stand mixer in a little bit after it gets washed to do the frosting, which is literally just gonna be cream cheese, butter, vanilla extract, and confectioner sugar. And we'll do that after the snapper. So we're gonna transition over to food. And do a little quick cleanup. Turn the music up? All right, yeah. I'll turn it up a little bit as long as it's not too loud. They'll hear us. All right, these are Lily's little gloves. You want to show them your mitten things? So Lily's mitten things I found, I don't know if they were Bed Bath & Beyond. There's this service called Avocados that my old office had. So I think it was at Bed Bath & Beyond. But they're perfect little, they're finger covers for adults, but they work perfectly for her. And she gets to put the hot stuff in it. She's very good at it. Good job. That goes in. All right, so timer, please.
How many minutes?
45 minutes.
35 minutes?
45.
45? 45?
45. 45 minutes. All right. All right, we're gonna transition over to fish. There you go, we're back set. All right. Let's bring over our station. So we had started some of this earlier, and then Lily had the great idea to transition us so that we did cake first, because cake then could cook while we set up the rest of it. Lily, where'd you go? Talk to y'all about fish. Some of y'all might be whole fishivers, but this is what we had in the freezer. So
who's Tati Elefish?
Who's Tati who?
Elefish.
Who's Tati Elefish? I don't know.
You said Tati Elefish.
Yellowfish?
Yeah.
I don't know. Steph, you're there? Maybe if I refresh.
Yeah, I'm here.
Refresh. Oh, I still don't see him.
Yeah, that's a funny looking snapper.
Are you on camera?
Move your arms so I can see the weird looking snapper. Can I touch the swings?
No. Did you wash your hands again?
Yes. Can I? Touch the swings.
They're fins.
Can I?
Sure, you can touch it if you want, but you don't really need to.
Yeah.
So we are going to show you what we're doing with this. Don't do that. There. Well, we can see you on our Skype, so it's fine. So
Are we gonna
here's
eat
a whole
an
snapper.
eyeball?
Lily ate an eyeball before. Your experience. We were at a restaurant, and Lily was like, "I ain't never scared," and ate an eyeball. I have no interest in them.
They make you see better.
So we're gonna just keep this really basic and simple because, like I said, this is what we had in the house. So we've got some green onions, we had some peppers, we had some garlic, we had some lime. I really prefer to do whole fish with like fresh herbs, but I just didn't want to go to the store. I was like, we're not making a store run. I'm gonna try and get some online groceries, and whatever I can't find, then we'll go to the local market. But
How does it taste?
I wasn't trying. So I've got some oregano, which reminded me of our time of a lot of whole fish in when Steph and I were in Greece. There was a lot of like lemon oregano flavoring. So instead of lime, I was like, I've got oregano. I've got some thyme, which is a live fresh herb that I would have used. We got some paprika. So we're just gonna mix it up.
We're about to be growing all of that though.
Show them the one that you
Yes,
already
we're
made.
growing a lot of the
Show them the
fresh
one that
herbs.
you already made.
No, that's for later. Stop. Okay, we're not gonna pet the fish. Come over here, wash your hands.
So really pretty.
So I'm gonna chop up some more garlic, and then cut up some peppers. We're gonna season, salt, and score this fish. I can't remember. Did I put salt on this one already?
No, you put salt on the other one.
I did. I did pre-do another fish. Look, she's still on there. So we're gonna let's salt this now. We're gonna salt it.
Yes, I want some. I want some.
Okay.
Look at
My little yellow knife. Hold on a second.
Are you looking at me?
Hey, they can't see you if you're over there.
They
Come over here.
see it.
Come over here. Come over here, and we'll bring the fish over here. And we will do it here.
This fish.
And Lily can salt the fish.
Oh, y'all can see me now. Oops.
So scoring is really no. Go on the other side. So I'm just gonna put some slits in the top of the fish, and that's scoring. Scoring, and that's so that the flavors that you put on the outside get all
Can
inside.
we?
No. I'm just using a paring knife.
Yo, grab that real knife.
No, I'm gonna use that for later. I don't even know where it is. Where's the big knife?
No.
Probably in the drawer behind you.
Buddy.
No,
You think?
we had it.
It's big.
Oh, there it is, because I put it with the whole station. The whole station was set up and it was ready to go.
Oh, you got a whole station now?
We had a whole state, well, because we had to be ready for,
You guys.
yeah, for y'all. We had to be set up. I feel like my head keeps getting cut off. Should I push it back? Is this,
Oh my god, those sharp teeth.
let's see. Does that work? When we moved everything around, I can't tell where
Can I
it should
touch
go.
his pointy teeth?
You want to touch it? Yeah. Good. Now, remember, this is our salt bowl. We threw some salt in a bowl so that we could just like put our fingers in this one and not contaminate anything else. So, are you done? You're gonna put just a little salt and then flip it and a little salt on the inside. Okay, not a lot. You don't want to over salt. There we go. That's good. All right, let's flip it. Put some more salt. This is good. Okay, you're getting it all over the floor too. But that's good. Okay, let's put some on the inside.
Ew, that's bad.
Not too much. Not too much. You don't want things too salty. We're learning about not over salting because you can always add more, right? So let's put this off to the side and
Can I
then.
lemon it?
I love that lemonade.
Well, we have the lime juice that's in a jar. We're gonna pour that on after. But I'm gonna let you put some oil and some herbs in a jar, and then I'm gonna let you paint it.
Yeah, pink.
So we're about to use the windowsill for herbs, and we'll also have planters in the back. But like in the past, I've always just grown herbs on the windowsill, straight up.
We can just pick our own time.
And tomorrow I can make you a little planter box.
For here?
Well, no, tomorrow I asked how do you grow herbs in a tiny apartment?
Oh. Yeah, window boxes are great. So I'm just putting some oil, some chopped garlic that I had already. I'm gonna make this so that they can, or that Lily at least can use this for outside seasoning. So we'll just use this brush and brush it on, but I'm gonna put some on the inside too. Thank you. No. Oh, I don't know if we can pick that. I think that needs to be watered and grown. And please don't put dirt everywhere. Go. Put it back and then come back and wash your hands because you got dirt all over the board now. Can you see my head? Steph, can you see
What's
my head?
that?
Oregano. So like I said, thyme, oregano, and just some paprika. And I'm gonna season the inside too, but this is for the outside. So I'm just throwing some oil.
Tell Lily to water that. That looks kind of
What?
nice. Tell Lily to water that.
She definitely needs to water that. But, all right, here. Mix this up. Mix this up. This is gonna be for after. All right, we're washing hands right now. What are we growing in our little seedling thing stuff?
We're growing.
Oh, Lily knows. Sorry.
We're growing.
Lily knows.
Time. What is it called? Let me go check one more time.
Wait. She's talking about something completely different, Lily.
Lily, I was talking about the stuff upstairs.
Upstairs.
Yeah, upstairs. Thinking through these steps. So we've got
So
some.
one thing we are growing is called
Come over here.
grass bunny tails.
Come. Come. You can show them.
Did somebody lift this package up?
Go ahead. Here, you tell them while I wash this up. I'm gonna do a quick wash while Lily tells you about what they're growing.
Here, Lily, I'll start.
Okay, tell them the two that's not this grass bunny hopper tail.
It's not a bunny hopper tail. They're called bunny tails.
Yes.
And it's a grass, right?
Perfume delight. Semolina
Perfume Delight, that's another one that we're growing.
What is that? Is that a flower?
Yeah. And I have these grass bunny tails.
So are they all flowers?
No.
Two flowers in a grass.
This is cotton.
Wait, 2 flowers and what?
In a grass.
Grass. Is that like ground covering?
No. If I don't know how to add a link or a picture, but if I could, I would.
Okay, so what was I doing with this sauce?
You're just gonna mix that sauce up, and that's gonna go on the outside. And on the inside, I'm gonna chop up some garlic. We're gonna put some garlic, some pepper, some onions, some lime slices.
Mix. I'm done mixing.
And I'm just washing the mixer parts so
I'm
that
done mixing.
once we're done with this snapper, we can go back and make our frosting. That will just kind of hang out until our cake is done. And we won't actually get a chance to frost it here, but maybe you guys will get a chance to see it.
Mommy, can I paint it now?
No.
With the fish anywhere.
Over there. I got it chopped. Look, careful. You okay? Oh man. Welcome to our lives.
I twisted my ankle.
All right, why don't you take a break? Come on,
Now.
Here, I need you to dry.
Why?
Can you go dry?
Why?
Drying this so that we can use it when we're ready. And when I'm ready for you, you can come back because I need your hands to use the pepper. And I'm going to need you to help with painting side of the fish. You need what? Where's everybody? Is everybody in New York? Oh, then where is everybody? Oh, I'd love to catch the roll call from the city in the building. Take your grass seeds, please. Here. Move those out the kitchen. Oh, did I lose stuff again?
No, Oh, I see what's happening.
Stefano. I don't. There's a big Skype box that I see, so I can't tell what you guys can see or not. So anyway, I'm gonna keep going. So garlic. I'm gonna do some garlic and chop it up. That's gonna go inside this fish, and then we're just gonna throw some stuff in, season it, and that's it. We're gonna keep it really easy, very simple. And you can substitute for whatever seasonings you're comfortable with. Next time you go shopping, you want to buy other stuff. You could use lemons instead. I actually have a whole other recipe that my sister-in-law gave me, and I didn't have everything. Or at least I didn't have enough of things, I think. Sometimes, so they have something called epis, which is some green onions, peppers, garlic, blended, but it also is parsley. And what did we add? Sometimes cilantro. I think it's one of those things where you have your own sort of flair to it, but we didn't have any, and like I said, I wasn't going out. So I also have had pre-peeled garlic in the past, but then I watched this, is it Rotten on Netflix? This like series, it's so bad. It's on food and like food processing and things that are tampered with, I guess. So they have something on like honey, and garlic is one of them, but it will traumatize you. So I'm just warning you.
What do they do to garlic?
Garlic is like kind of a funky industry. And there's like almost a monopoly on like who represents garlic. But there's like, it's one of the inmate roles, or at least in certain countries. All dry? All right, let's put that off to the side. Where they have inmates peeling garlic because of cheap labor. But you kind of have to watch it. It's kind of gross because it's not just like any old garlic peeling, because garlic will soften your nails if you peel a lot of it. And so one of the solves has been for them to use other pieces to peel garlic. Anyway, super traumatic, so I won't.
Can I peel?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say they make like, I don't know, they peel garlic with shanks or something, like used shanks.
With toes. Ew. See? Ew. Now I ruined everybody's appetite. Sorry.
I guess. Okay.
Little thing. Have you used this thing? No. So I don't know. I'm not used to this, but you can just like, if I'm doing a whole lot, then I'll use that. It makes it a little easier. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So that just works. So this is a neat little thing that you can get. And anyone can do it.
Oh, Courtney's here. Hi, Courtney.
Courtney! There you go. All right, take it out.
So should we retell what we
Let's
did
empty
to
some.
what?
No, there's lots of people there you can say hi to. Not everyone can
Should we retell?
comment, so
Should we retell?
there's probably other people that are watching, but
Nadia and Sherlyn, how's Canada?
here.
What happened? Oh, no.
See, sometimes it works. Okay. All right, let's move all the trash off to the side. I don't know if we need this much garlic, but garlic is something we can always use, so.
Even for lollipops.
Is garlic easy to grow at home?
What?
Is garlic easy to grow at home?
I don't know. I don't know anything that's wrong with
I feel like that's another Arlene question. Arlene knows a lot.
Like, how do you fly?
No, just like.
Yeah, that's a great question as well.
Maybe it's the air pressure.
It has a little bit to do with air pressure.
All right, you're feeling all over the place. How are we on time? We're good on time. I feel good about our time. Although last week I was a little like nervous. Okay, while she's peeling, I am going to. Well, actually, can I move you over and I can chop while you peel? Okay. So, is that okay? All right. Here, here's the bucket. Let's move this so that you've got some room. We're gonna move this here. So I was reading a couple different recipes because, like I said, I tend to read a book and then just play around with them. One said to roast it at 400 for 40 minutes, and I think that was Giada on the Food Network, and the other one said 425 for like 25 minutes.
Can I do
This
that?
one wasn't all the way.
Roast the fish for 25 minutes?
Yes, but it was at a
Can I
higher
do that?
temperature.
Can I feel
So-
it?
No, I don't need more. Unless you want
Sounds
garlic.
like OD though.
You can eat garlic rice?
Yes.
All right, you can peel more if we're going to use it for garlic rice. Otherwise, I don't want you peeling anything.
Yeah. That's
Um,
good.
sorry, Steph, I had a question. What was it?
No, I just felt like 25 minutes is a long time at 425.
That's what it said for whole fish. So I just tend to go high heat and monitor. Start at like 20, check. And then, again, leave it in for a little bit longer, but you don't want anything to dry out. So, and things sometimes will
this one
sit
out,
either in a warm oven or in a warm pan and continue to cook. That's also why with meat, no, I don't need more than that.
But
Um,
the garlic rice.
No, here. Too much for garlic rice. So I guess we're gonna have garlic rice as a side. I was gonna say we could do other sides, but we do have some leftover rice, which a nice way to refresh leftover rice is by frying it. So we can do that with some garlic. Steph, can you see our heads? Because every time I look up, I can only see my eyes.
I see Lily from the bridge of her nose down, and I see you from about the same.
So then we could adjust the camera. That's what I was asking for, because we can barely see ourselves.
I'm not paying
That. See? And now you can't see the board. See this?
Oh,
is-
that's a little better.
I'm not paying attention.
Oh, but you can't see the board. Yeah, you're right.
It's like how far back does it go so that we
Keep
can-
going. Bring it back. Bring it back. Girl, you look good. Once you back that camera up.
Yeah, the cracks.
All right, no, because I need the board now, so you gotta move. Okay, bye. All right, so inside this, actually, let me cut the rest of this. So we've got some peppers that I redid earlier. I'm gonna use just a little green onion. Take the end off, peel it, and just cut that in half and throw that inside. We're gonna keep it, like I said, super
Are you
easy.
gonna eat garlic rice too?
Of course I am. Don't be afraid of things as they get a little older too. I thought that our green onions were a wrap, but it was really just the outer wrap had gotten a little dry, and you can peel it off and still use the inside.
We did that like last week or like before last week or something.
No, I just feel like I've been in this mode of like, and I think maybe I usually am, but I've been more conscious of it these days, is like, don't let things go to waste. So I try to just like make sure that whatever we have in the fridge, we're finding a way to use it. So you could also create a marinade, throw it in a blender, especially as things get ugly. I feel like people are afraid of ugly fruit and produce. So they're like, oh, I can't use it, I'm gonna chuck it. But it's like, cut off the bad part and use whatever good part you have. Because ain't nobody got time if you just go into the
But
store.
if there's no good part.
I mean, then you chuck it, but
I'm just asking, like cold rice.
it's fine. I also pre-cut some onions already earlier so that I wouldn't cry on camera. Should we-
I am doing
Just gonna do some pepper, green onion, some lime in there. I'm gonna stuff the fish. Lily, I'm gonna need your hands and some lime. Just throw some more lime in there. Just slicing that.
Have you ever done stuff by yourself?
Yeah, of course. I do it all the time for myself to feed you guys.
No, like on camera.
No, I haven't. So it's so exciting that I get you guys. All right, I'm gonna have you shake a little bit on the inside. Okay. Can you do that? All right. So back to this fish. I'm gonna throw some garlic on the inside and throw all this delicious stuff on the inside. We already salted it, and then Lily is going to paint them with our little herb oil mix on both sides. So just inside here, I'm throwing some garlic.
I want to feel more garlic.
Here, Lily, I need your hands now.
I need to feel more garlic.
No, you don't. Here, no, this. Put some oregano inside.
Which one's the
Oregano. Just shake inside. Oh, and I need you to use the pepper too. There you go. I'm gonna season the inside. Okay.
Don't hurt it.
All right. Now put a little bit of that one. Okay, that's it. Not too much. Not too much. Not too much. Pepper. Lily's gotten very good at peppering. Okay, that's it. Okay, and in here we're gonna throw the green onions, some white onions. Excuse me. Some peppers and some thyme.
Mmm.
Stuff it. Stuff it.
Stuff it in here. Put that inside. What?
All of these.
I'm gonna put 2 limes. All right, that's it.
Are we gonna eat all of this? And are we
Well, it's
eat
gonna
the
help it
inside?
make delicious.
When it's
Well, you
done.
Perfect foods. Let's look that up.
Mommy.
Yeah,
Excuse
baby.
me.
Yes.
When we're done with the fish, I'm gonna take it out. We don't have to.
What do you mean we're gonna take it out?
I'm gonna take a cold.
You're gonna here. Can you pepper both sides of this for me?
Isis, have you ever heard of Imperfect Foods?
What is that?
A delivery service? Tamara just mentioned it. Let's see.
No. Did they deliver you ugly fruit? I've seen some
Oh yeah, pretty much. That's what it looks like.
outside. Cool.
Oh, these carrots look like Siamese twins.
That's it, girl. That's it. You got to do the other one too.
Can I paint it?
Don't put it so far away. Put it close to it.
Oh no! Look at this started peeled onion.
Alright.
Mommy, should I finish peeling this onion?
Alright, so like Lily mentioned, we did happen to pre-prep a little bit because we did have another snapper. This isn't all the way done. It does need some pepper, but we did put salt and I did do the inside, and then Lily's gonna brush both of these. So it'll be really, wait. So let me move this over. And I'm gonna put that in there in a second. Do we need anything on here anymore? I don't think so. I think this whole station can move. What do you think? You need this. What do you think? You're not answering. You're not talking.
What do you say?
I said, what do you think?
Think what? Just funny looking fish?
Here, I'm gonna move this.
The red eyeballed fish?
And so this is like an easy way to have everything prepped. If you're having like a dinner party and you want to pre-prep all your stuff, you just throw it all on a board.
Can I
And you
pepper
can
it?
pull it in and move it out the way.
Can I pepper it?
And it can go and voila, finito.
Oh, you had a fish already prepared?
Lily's been talking about garlic rice. We're gonna fry that garlic up and use our rice that we had from yesterday that we cooked, and that's going to be our
Oh, I know. This is Daddy
Side.
and that is you.
great, we're fish. All
Am I
right.
the bigger fish?
Is Daddy the bigger fish?
Yes.
Mm.
You're the bigger fish. Good, pepper. Get the whole thing.
Yeah.
Here, this side. Get this side. I don't think he wants pepper in his eye. Let's put some on the inside. Thank you. All right. Let's do the other side. Okay. So, like I said, this was salted already. So we salted the fish first. Samin Nosrat has a really great book called Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat, which I have not read all the way through. I actually don't have it, but I watched her Netflix special and I read part of her book, and I really thought it was interesting about how you use salt, when you use salt, how much salt, what type of salt. Salt's a really interesting thing. So here's our other fish that we stuffed on this beautiful.
There's
Mm.
Mommy's
And,
stuffed.
whoa, hold on. I stuffed it, but the stuff is falling out.
No, you
Okay.
stuffed yourself.
Oh, really? That's not very nice.
Yourself.
All right. We're gonna oil the outside now with our oil, our seasoned oil.
Mm.
So this is where Lily gets to go to town. Please be careful. All right. So you're just gonna paint the whole thing and get inside the scored parts so you get all the goodness. Okay. Whatever. It's my hand. And then-
What'd you season this oil with?
So I put the same things: oregano, thyme. I put the smoked paprika in there and some garlic.
Paprika.
Good burn.
Don't splatter because oils will stain. Here. Oh, and the lime juice. Where's the lime juice? You have some lime juice, so we'll pour that on top of here too. Shout out to Ika.
Who's Ika?
Tati Minushka. Go ahead, pour that. I'm just gonna get that in there. That looks really good. I'm sure you guys can see. And then we're gonna do the other side. Here, do this one, and then I'm gonna... All right, careful. Not wild. Relax. Okay.
Is this still Prince?
This is still Prince. Yeah, let's do the other side.
That is Princess.
That was just a joke for the girls that performed yesterday. Go ahead. You think this is gonna come out really delicious,
No,
right?
I don't think.
Yes, you do.
You don't think.
And pour a little lime juice on
You
it.
can't read my mind.
Go ahead, do that one.
And the spread and the lime juice.
All right, come on, do this one. All right, so once our cake, we've got 15 more minutes. We're actually like on really good time. So we're gonna do frosting while the cake is cooking, and then once the cake is out, this can actually sit for a while. I can probably put this back in the fridge, and since it won't take that long to cook, we'll probably throw dinner in at like 4 o'clock. This will cook, rice will get cooked. We have a rice cooker, so that makes things a little bit easier. We'll throw some rice in the rice cooker, and that'll be that.
Yes.
Do people still make like plain white rice on the stove in a regular pot? Or does everybody use a rice cooker these days?
I'm sure there's lots of people that make red rice. I mean, Larry was just learning how to make rice in this time period because pasture life, he says.
Is Larry on here right now?
I don't think so. Pour some lime juice, and that's it. We're done. Let's clean up and let's get ready to do our frosting, please.
And wash hands.
The more you do it, you're taking it off. No, but you're taking it off. You're taking the seasoning.
Lily, listen to your mother.
We're working on listening, right? I'm not always the best at it. All right, this is going back in the fridge. Here, I'm just gonna look. Whole fish. Yay!
Mm.
Goldfish. Today
Now, if
we're
I
gonna
had
play
more
goldfish.
peppers and onions, we'd probably throw it. We actually have. the
Today
rest
we're
of
gonna
that,
play
but
goldfish.
I'm gonna save it for a next thing, right? So here's our whole fish.
And today we're gonna play goldfish. Because we made a fish.
Oh, that's a good joke. I get it.
Lily, why don't you check on our cake?
Cake?
How's
Where's
it
the
looking?
cake?
Lily, do you know how to play spades?
Put it in the oven.
No, don't open it. You don't want to open
Lily.
it. Look inside.
Can't wait to eat it. Do we have a taste test when it comes out?
Well, after we frost it.
Looks
And
like it
finish
has
it.
an eye.
What's it look like? What's it look? Oh, it looks beautiful, guys. It's gonna be so good. All right, start getting your frosting stuff. Okay, there's your cream cheese, your butter, your vanilla, your confectioner sugar. It's
vanilla.
all right here because we set that station up too, Daddy. We put it on a tray.
No.
Oh, shout out to Hillary for these mini onions that she brought over, and all of our amazing friends who managed to like. We've been doing communal shopping. I don't know if I mentioned that last week.
What's
but,
a
like,
canino shopping?
So essentially, when people are going to the store, don't put things on there because that's the way the fish goes. We've been sort of hitting each other up, like, yo, what do you need? What are you missing? And so it's so that not everyone has to go out all the time, but we can drop things off to each other. Shannon actually got us those snappers from a restaurant depot trip, so thank you for those snappers because that's how we're planning dinner, is what's in the freezer. And what can we use?
What's in the freezer? What can we use?
And what can we use to season it? I'm just trying to keep good seasons. But like I've been out of chili powder, which is like on my list, so I'm gonna try and find it.
Chili powder.
Alright.
I like chili powder.
So we're going to you didn't even get what I asked you to get.
What did you ask?
Cream cheese, butter. Okay.
How?
Everything's right here. And we're gonna start putting
Cream
some
cheese.
away.
Where's the cream cheese?
Cream cheese, butter.
Cheese.
Now everything's room temperature. I took it out this morning and let it sit, including the eggs from earlier. We've got vanilla. Where's your sugar? Confectioner sugar.
Sit there.
And then do we have clean measuring cups for you? Or do I need to wash them? I think we need to
I
wash the
love this
measuring cups.
chocolate no sugar. I wish I could eat it all.
All right, here, go ahead. Tell them what you're gonna do. You've made frosting before.
So So I'm gonna put all of these in a jar, and I feel like
Jar?
I mean mixer, confessional sugar mixer or whatever it's called, mixer, and I'm mixing all the things that I have. And
I need to get in
that
here.
and I'm putting all of these in the
So
whatever
we have
mixer,
2.5 cups of
and I feel like 3 cups of this confectioner sugar, I think.
Well, the
And
last time we made it was a lot of sugar. The last time we tried to make frosting for our carrot cake for Easter, it was like a lot of sugar. But Ina's recipe doesn't have it as much sugar, which I appreciate. Because even though it's powdered sugar, I feel like it's still a lot.
And now I have no idea.
Here, let's check your recipe so we know how much is what. Try this off.
Dry what?
Try this off.
What's in here?
We're gonna
go
bring
to
our
my
mixer
drying
back.
station.
And I don't know, Steph, was it a fail to like do the camera on the mixer? Should I just like do it off to the side?
I already have my mixer.
Nah, it wasn't a fail, but I think we
Mommy.
get the general gist of what's happening when a mixer is mixing.
Station.
Well, it's more so to see the consistency of things. Let's see. It says
So let's use the mixer camera.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I love Kerrygold for baking, but this is not traditional 2 bars. This is like 1 big bar, and so their tablespoon things are on the side. So I just counted 6, which is what it looks like we'll need. And it says 6 ounces of cream cheese, which is slightly less than this whole bar. So we'll just this measurements on too. Let's see. Is it? Oh, look, it does ounces. So Lily Boo, come here. I'm going to show you about measuring this stuff. You're going to
How
count
many ounces go in there?
6 ounces
11?
of cheese.
Oh,
This is 8. This is a whole cup, but we're only using 6. So we'll just take 2 ounces off, right? What's 8 minus 6?
8 minus 6?
Yeah.
2.
Did you really need to do that on your fingers? So like
I
this
just
is,
did it on my fingers too. I was like, 2.
this is, look, see where the ounces show on the bar? So we're gonna just do, see,
Oh
look.
yeah, now I see.
All right, so we're just gonna leave.
102?
So we're gonna count, can you count? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's actually here because that doesn't really count as a measurement. So we're just gonna leave this much off, okay? We're gonna cut it here, and we're gonna put that in your bowl. So get your bowl, and then this is
Here?
6, yeah. That's it.
Okay,
Here, I'll
right
get a knife.
after the D, right? After the D.
Oh, okay. You gotta measure your tablespoons.
The D in Philadelphia. After the D.
So we're using a lot of different utensils, but usually I try not to cross-contaminate, which is like putting one thing in the other. So we're gonna open this up, and remember where to cut here. All right, so I'll open this up for you. It'll be okay. Made a little mark.
Lily.
And then this is 6 ounces, right? So, or 6 tablespoons rather. So it's like right about here. Okay, so that's where you'll cut. Right, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yeah.
Can you play Frozen 2?
I'm not playing Frozen 2 right now. All right, Lily. So you're gonna cut where the line is. It's about
But
here.
there's 2 lines.
I know, it's because of the packaging, but it's right here. So you cut that, put that inside. And then we'll open this up.
Do you like touching butter?
That's what hand washing is for. So we've got the cream cheese. It's about 6 ounces. Tablespoons for the small part. You don't have to touch it. You could just do what I just did.
Yeah.
So I've been keeping things in the house probably more often than I would normally, like as staples. So like sour cream and cream cheese and dairy milk, mainly because if we decide to make mac and cheese, or we decide to make cake, or we decide to make, I don't know, whatever else we want to, it's here. Versus I think traditionally I'd have an idea and I'd be like, oh, let me just run to the store real quick because why keep all those things in your house? You don't need to. But behavioral changes. Okay, look, let's read this. Can you read this? What this says, please? Come step out somewhere. What does this say?
What,
With
number
the
5?
instructions, number 5. Read it.
Mix the cream cheese and
Stop
butter
bouncing.
and vanilla in the bowl of
Oh, vanilla.
electric mixture filled with the parent attachment on slow speed until just combined. Don't whip.
Don't whip. Add the sugar and mix until smooth.
Smooth.
All right, here, measure your.
Now we can taste test.
I think that's your teaspoon measurement over there. And here's your, you got 2.5 of these. So if you have half, how many is that? Do you know?
Half.
If there's 2 of these in one and you've got 2, how many is that?
I'm going to say
2 times 2.
2 times 2.
Do you know what that is?
4.
Very good. Okay, so
What? You know how to multiply?
these because it is 2.5.
Who taught you how to multiply?
I guess
Who
you.
taught you octagon?
Octagon.
It's a movie reference.
It's a shape.
All right.
It's a shape. That's what it is. It's a shape. Why I want this over?
Is that a teaspoon? Read it before you put it in.
5 milliliters, 1 teaspoon.
Okay, good job. We've got 6 minutes till our cake is done.
Okay.
Or we're actually going to test it. We'll do some first.
We're gonna taste test.
Mmm.
Taste.
Can I keep it? Can I eat this?
Vanilla's not sweet, so if you have it, you don't have to.
You can use vanilla as like perfume.
Really?
No, I'm just making that up because she's 6 and 6-year-olds are kind of gullible.
I just wiped this down from all the flour that we had when Liam was visiting.
He's still asleep?
He's gonna sleep for a little while now, and then when he wakes up, there'll be cake. So look at what a winner that is. He gets to pop out a little bit, and then he gets to enjoy it when it comes out.
Man, to be young again.
Power attachment. Put this inside, right, and then ready. All right, so I'll just whip it, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like.
But it says no whipping.
Well, not whip it, sorry, not to whip it, but you know what, we need another spatula because we're gonna have to push the things down. Right now this is just butter and cream cheese, but Lily is gonna start to measure out the sugar, and the sugar will go in one at a time. Because it says don't add the sugar and mix until smooth. Okay. Here. You locked it. All right, so we gotta take the stuff off of here so it thoroughly mixes together. And then she's gonna, here. We're gonna push the bowl down so that everything gets all good. And making frosting at home is surprisingly incredibly easy if you're not afraid of how much sugar goes into those, but you could just store buy it. But again, I think it's nice when you're able to do it at home because then you know what's in it and you can control a little bit more. So Lily's just scraping the bowl down.
I'm giving it a scrub.
Scrub.
How do you say scrub?
Who's Ani? A-N-I?
Who's A-N-I?
I don't know, but hi friends. Whoever's here. Hi everyone who's watching. If you guys want to learn more about baking stuff, the show right after us is a baking show with Victoria. So I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. Find out. I don't know. Stim team, did we find out what she's making? But I'm sure she's going to make something delicious, which is exciting. We just happen to be doing Sunday dinner and dessert. So we aren't totally baking focused, but it's nice that there's other programming. If you guys
need to know, spelled need.
Yeah,
I see what they did there.
It's bread. All right, so I'm going to show you guys what this looks like because it actually looks really nice. It's not whipped, but it is a really nice consistency. And the cream cheese has gotten a little yellow because of the butter.
Consistency.
Are you ready to measure out your sugar? How many of those are we doing here? How many of the half cups? No, 2.5 cups, but you're measuring with a half cup, so that makes it, how many of those?
Huh?
5.
5.
5.
I love this song.
I wasn't sure if anybody could actually hear it. This looks really good. I'm sure it's going to taste even awesome. All right, so just to give a view, let's take all this off of here.
Mommy, it's easier to escape off of.
So just to show what's in there, see how it's gotten like kind of just thick, but it's all just put together, and the sugar's gonna go in, and we're just gonna whip that all up. Is that good?
Mmm.
You can't wait to eat it.
I cannot wait to eat that.
The cake's got to be cooled before we put this frosting on. So
Why?
you don't want it to get melted, and plus it probably won't stick. A lot of tricks, if you start Googling like baking cakes, there's like what's called a crumb layer, and people will frost when it's kind of ugly and then stick it in the fridge so that it hardens and then put another one in. Is that one? Put it in. Yes. All right, there's one. How many more do you have? Careful, careful, careful. End up layering all the sugar. All right, so 4 more. And then we're gonna mix it till just smooth. So Lily's gonna measure out more of those. I'm gonna check on this cake.
Like opening the oven?
We don't sticks to check. So we're gonna use a chopstick because hey, don't waste all this. You can use this too. Do you want to pre-measure interval and then just put a little bit? Oh, here, let me move this.
Can you stop that?
That's 2. I need to get a chopstick. Alright, timer's going off. Whoa, Lily, that's done. Alright, let's show them the cake.
Okay.
It looks
Let's see the cake.
When actually
Well,
You dropped the cake.
guess we ain't seeing the cake.
You are. She just. Well, it's a good thing we had compulsion paper because she flipped it over and then the cake fell out on the compulsion paper.
Oh.
Alright, well, that's what live does for you. But it's all good. Alright guys, there's a big crack in the cake for me dropping it, but thank God for parchment paper, like Lily said. I love it. This is amazing. Welcome to my life. Okay, it's totally cooked, it's cracked, but there's gonna be frosting on it, and it's fine, and it's gonna be delicious, and we're gonna let it cool, and that will be for later.
What's Lily doing?
These are things you don't get to see on Instagram. This is why I don't do live. What number is this?
This is 3.
Here, let me take this out for you.
This
is 3. Guys, this is really funny. Glue it together with frosting. That's exactly what's gonna happen. It's fine. It's gonna just have frosting all over it and it'll still look amazing.
Yeah, and you're gonna cover the crack with frosting.
Yes, I'm gonna cover the crack with frosting. We'll still have banana cake. It'll be awesome. What number is that?
This?
Yeah.
2.
No, it's not. That's not 2. You put in way more. How many is that?
I think this is 1, I think.
What?
Oh my, she lost count.
How many are in there?
Those four.
We're gonna go with 4. Sure. We know how much. All right, guys. So cake. Look, look at this cake. Pour the rest of that sugar in there. That'll be fine. On today's episode, we have dropped cake and didn't measure our sugar properly, but it's all good. And this is what we're here to show you, is that at-home cooking is not always perfect, especially for those of you who don't normally cook, and we do, and look, we still make mistakes, so it's all good. We're gonna let this frosting come together. I'm sure it will be fine.
Fine.
You didn't overcount, right? Were you watching my stuff? Did you happen to see it? Guys, I dropped the cake. You know, I dropped Omar Hamilton's birthday cake one year at his birthday party. Shout out to Big O. I've known him for a bazillion years. And I don't even know what happened. We were in the club and we had a birthday thing, and then the cake just went. It was totally all good. I think everybody was drunk. Steffi busy?
No, it's kind of quiet. I shouldn't have said that.
Because now it's not going to be quiet.
Correct.
Are there a lot of babies coming today?
We'll see.
How many cases are in right now?
None.
Are you seeing, sorry, I don't really want to talk about this too much, but are you seeing
Okay.
moms with COVID in your area, or do they keep them separated?
Both.
So they're in the delivery room with everybody else? Or
Not with everybody else. They keep them separated.
But they're not like delivering in ICU?
No.
These been partners?
I mean, they may be, but we're not seeing them that are that sick here. This is the more healthy area. So if they are in the ICU, I wouldn't know.
Got it.
Issue?
Are they allowing partners, or just like one? Is it limited?
Limited to one partner after you get to a certain point in your labor process.
Oh, so you can have other people prior. That's helpful. All right, guys, we've got frosting. I don't know if it's got all the sugar,
Can I
but
taste test?
here, let's taste test. Good. Good? I'm sure it's fine. No, you can't. You licked your finger. You can't put it back. I'm sure it's
I
fine.
ripped it off.
With soap, please. Thank you. We are doing soap reminders a lot, but we have children, so the idea of like hand wash with soap for 20 minutes is really hysterical, because we're like
20 seconds.
20 seconds. Sorry, you're right. Because that's what life is right now.
Mommy, move your phone, please. Before it falls in the freezer again.
We also dropped my phone in the sink earlier. I don't know if anybody saw that. She was hand washing and my phone is propped up against the hand soap, and that went in as well. So anyway, here's our frosting. You guys saw my cracked cake. I'm gonna post it later and it's gonna look beautiful. Why? Because I will have put this amazing frosting on it and probably some extra chocolate chips, and it'll be all good. And no one else will know except for you guys who tuned in. Thank you so much for watching, because it's always an adventure. And yeah, I mean, that's it. That's Sunday dinner. We've got our snapper, our garlic rice, which I'm gonna chop up all that garlic that Lily here, let me move this out the way and move you guys back.
Lily, what are you eating?
Oh my God, where are you getting that from?
Yes.
Oh, Lily.
Can I have this?
Oh,
What, can I have this?
nothing. I don't have anything. Here, maybe you can have a cracked piece of cake.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if there's a piece that I can.
Oh, yeah.
Here. All right. Here. Tell everybody how it tastes. Is it approved? Is it Lily approved? What does it taste like? What does it taste like?
I don't taste any chocolate chips.
You don't taste the
I
chocolate.
taste banana and yummy stuff. And I don't know what else I taste.
Do you taste vanilla?
Yeah, no.
All right. Well,
Bye-bye.
here I'll show you guys again. Here's our wrapped cake. It will still be delicious. And then once this cools down,
Oh,
it's like a big cookie.
yum, yum.
Once this cools down, we'll put this amazing frosting on it. No. Child, I gave you one taste test. I'm trying to talk. No. We'll put this frosting on it. What else should we put on it? We'll put a little more chocolate chips maybe on the outside. Since Lily says it doesn't have enough chocolate chips. Here, I'll give you this. This is really like not good for you to be eating. Here, just wait. I'm gonna put this in a bowl and just let it sit. So yeah, cake will be frosted. We'll wait a few hours. We'll let it cool down. We'll frost it later, and then we'll have some after dinner, after we've eaten our food. I was gonna say you guys can eat fish with whatever you feel like eating on the side. Plain rice, garlic rice, and if you are not really someone who cooks
Can
a
I have
lot,
that?
no. There's also these pre-done things, which we happen to have 2 of, which we will probably save
What
for
are
a
those?
weekday since they're easy. But this is like a mushroom and herb risotto. Like this would be a good side. So if you're shopping and you're like, I just need easy things, especially during the week, we tend to do easy. So like something like this, you could eat. But yeah, that's essentially what we've got for Sunday. I've got sugar everywhere. We'll be doing lots of cleaning up in a little bit. But hopefully you guys are gonna have something delicious. I'd love to hear what y'all are eating.
Turn
If
off
you
your
wanna
TV.
share. Oh, I was supposed to take that whole. All right, it's fine. I will stay in here.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, what's on the menu with everybody for dinner?
Can I have a tiny?
I just ordered sushi.
Ooh, I really miss sushi. I'd really like some sushi. Oh, I found out my favorite sushi place is doing
Dumpling.
pickup. Did you just eat something else? No.
Dumpling.
Oh, Lily loves dumplings. We're gonna have to find her a spot that has dumplings. Although I just found out about Hua Yan in the city. They're also doing pickups. Infatuation has a great list of like, at least New York City, again, I think they have other cities too, but cities, restaurants that are still doing takeout and delivery. So for those of you that like have a hankering for something you can make, like sushi or.
Somebody said they're making a ribeye, bok choy, and coconut rice.
Who's that?
Man,
Oh, wow.
man.
See, like, folks went shopping and were really smart. Like I was watching
That's
some
that get you a man meal.
real crab, like crab. I was like, y'all are shopping. I have not done that, but we're gonna think.
Pet crab.
No, like the crab you like that I crack it out of the sticks and
Put it in butter.
and butter. Lily loves crab. We're gonna have to figure out the crab scenario.
Crab.
What else? What else are people eating?
No company. Okay.
Sushi.
That's that meal that
Lucy Bob.
that you cook and like that person never leaves your house. Like, yo, I'm just gonna stay over. Is that okay?
You just end up with company and you're like, how did you end up in my house? You just here?
Ooh, roast pork fried rice.
Ooh, that sounds delicious. Who's that? Who is A&I? I don't know if they said
David's
that.
mom.
Roast chicken, that sounds delicious. You guys are really cooking stuff. Send ideas for next weekend. I'm gonna try and get a Costco order in this week. I'm gonna try and get a Wegmans order. My Filipino market just started doing online orders and pickup. So anything that I can just like pick up. There's also a market
Ginger barramundi.
in Brooklyn that has a bunch of stuff. So
Isn't barramundi a country?
some ideas.
Barramundi.
Where did you get barramundi from? Where are y'all shopping for fish?
I don't know.
I need to know what Brooklyn fish shop is open or where you're getting fish because we just happened to get this snapper again from my girlfriend who went out
Mommy,
for us.
help
But
me.
I think she's got like a fishing boat or something. Where the fuck you get barramundi?
yeah, supermarkets would be great. I would love to have, like, we just have our local market. So we manage, they actually, funny enough, during this time frame have brought in more organic. What am I helping with? You gonna put stuff away?
Rice.
What are you doing with the rice?
Putting it in the bowl.
No, I have rice already.
The bowl?
Yeah.
For my stuff.
For what stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, we're not gonna talk about that. Wait, what was I gonna say? Oh, we have just our local market, which has started to stock more organic options. They didn't have that many, but now I found grass-fed organic ground beef, which makes me so happy. I know it sounds like super posh and privileged, but I'm really weird about that. And I always want a burger, always. So if I can't find things on my Instacart orders and we do manage to go to the local market, then that's really awesome sourcing. I love that. Let's see what else.
Did you know there were different kinds of sea bass? And barramundi is an Asian sea bass.
Well, I know about Chilean sea bass, which is delicious, so I love that. Coconut rice, 1 cup of water, 1 cup of coconut milk. Yeah, I love the coconut milk. Coconut rice is definitely another Filipino thing. We've had it with that, or sometimes even, I don't have unsweetened coconut. What are you doing? No, that is not how that works. Come explain to them what happened. Come, why don't you tell them what you're doing right now?
Mm-hmm.
Listen to what your daughter's doing.
I'm putting it in my iPad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you do?
I was putting rice on my iPad.
You were doing what on your iPad?
Putting rice on my iPad.
Rice?
Yeah.
Cooked rice?
Why were we putting rice through the iPad?
Because it was on the counter.
It was on the counter, and we believe it may have gotten wet. And I believe that because the display started looking a little funky. And so I had mentioned that we should put it in some rice. And instead of putting it in rice the way that I would have in a Ziploc bag so that it could dry, she has taken raw rice and put it on top of her iPad.
All right, I can't even be mad at that. I would have probably done the same thing. Like,
okay.
I mean,
I told her we would do that later, not immediately, and that's what she's been doing, grabbing rice out of.
she took initiative. I mean,
Mad at this. I just would like you to listen.
all right.
I say later. Let's clean up and put things in
I don't know, man.
the flour.
Flower.
Who else has kids in here? Let's talk about funny things your kids are doing at home, like putting rice on their iPad.
She says that's child logic. I think that's adult logic. I know some adults that would have done the same thing.
Here, this is for the flour. We're gonna put some rice in a Ziploc bag for this child to put her iPad in, and hopefully it will save it.
Where's the flower?
The flour's right here. We're gonna put stuff
I
away.
feel like the cost of the rice that you're about to put in that Ziploc bag outweighs the actual iPad.
Guys, I'm really excited about my cake. I know it looks crazy. It's like not as beautiful. Usually, and this is why, and I probably should have instead of just taking out. This is why I like take the Instagram video as it comes out the oven. So in case I do mess it up, nobody knows. But welcome to my live cooking stream. I'm happy you guys are all able to join.
We don't have fancy rice. We just have a really, really, really old iPad.
Why we have fancy rice? No, you want to know what I got from the Filipino market? Shout out to places that are doing pre-orders. But now I don't have to get rice for like 2 months. Hold on. We got that like big jasmine Thai rice. Asian markets. Love your local cultural market. Caribbean markets, Asian markets, stuff that just got big old bags. We are good. I got 2 of these. Because we eat a lot of rice in this house from both sides of the culture. And we don't need no more rice for at least a minute, which makes me feel really good. At the very least, we can survive off some rice and whatever proteins in the freezer. That's
I want to
it.
know more about this coconut rice, though. Can somebody just quickly type in the recipe to make coconut rice?
Eileen did. She said that it was
Where?
milk, coconut milk.
Oh, 1 cup of water and 1 cup of coconut milk.
You know, we do sticky rice in the Philippines, and that's also medium grain rice that's got more like stickiness to it with coconut. And then I tend to add brown sugar. Lily wants to show her tree project since we talked about it. We will pan to the tree. This is pretty impressive.
That's a tree.
See it? This is her tree project with her nest. See? This is some of the amazing things we've been doing here at home. All right, let's answer any questions and then we got to get off because Need to Know is going to be up after us if you guys want to watch that with Miss Victoria. If you guys have any questions, no, but we're supporting fellow streamers. Or Steph, you have anything you want to talk about?
Nope.
Jam.
Can you have some what?
Toast and jam.
Toast and jam. You hungry? You want lunchtime? Actually, it's good lunchtime. Is that what we're gonna eat for lunch?
Yes. That's what I'm gonna eat for lunch.
We have the pancit. Did you take the pancit to lunch? You did?
And the fat.
Yes, I did.
You want chicken soup? We got some tinola, which is Filipino chicken soup, which has ginger in it, which is delicious.
No. Anything but ginger. No.
It's probably not even that. What else do we have in the fridge? We gotta eat something else.
Oh, you know we're excited about part 3 of the Jordan doc.
I am going to eat an apple.
Well, Steph's been watching the Jordan doc. I guess I need to catch up. Where can I screen it?
On ESPN.
Do we have access to that?
We do now.
I'm gonna have to watch it again. Pre-game show.
HBO is back too.
Awesome. Okay, so last mention, guys, like we said, we're doing this for our fellow folks. Oh, she's eating an apple. That's good. United Nations COVID-19 relief. We have a fund. We're supporting that. So I think there's a link on here if you want to check that out. And thank you guys so much for joining us today. We hope you had fun. We hope you liked laughing at us and seeing all our crazy real life stuff that goes on. And we'll plan for something delicious next Sunday. We should have like a sign off. We don't have a proper sign off. We got to work on it. And
what time does
same place.
the live stream of Last Dance come on here on Stimulus? 9 p.m. There we go.
Oh wait, the pregame is at 9 p.m.
No, the live stream.
Oh, pre-show's 8:30. Oh, and then they're gonna live stream it. Oh, look at that. That's cool.
Live.
Hi,
Mommy.
hi, friends. For everyone who
Mommy.
I didn't see, I'm not watching the chat live when it happens. So, and I don't think I get to see it after the fact if you're not watching it. So, everyone I missed, shout out to Rin for the amazing menu she got going on. We might have to.
Goodbye. Sure.
Yes, we're talking.
I'm still stuck on that.
That we didn't finish.
What movie were we watching that we didn't finish?
No, I'm asking you what movie.
Oh, Daddy and I were watching Extraction, but we didn't.
Did you finish it? I think I fell asleep.
You did fall asleep, and no, I didn't finish it.
Anybody
watch it? Is it good? Is it worth it?
I finished it.
You were asleep. We had to carry you downstairs. Anyway, we love you all. We hope everyone is well and safe. And please send us things. You can message us on our Instagrams if you want to talk more. You will see pictures of our final products, cooked fish, which I will not drop, and a beautiful cake, which hopefully you don't rat me out on because I'm totally going to cover it up with frosting and no one will be the wiser. So thank you guys. We hope to see you next weekend. We'll keep you looped on the time frame, but it'll probably be around the same time and right here on Twitch, Stimulus TV.
I'm going to go see Grandpa watching TV.